Hey, friends and neighbors. How are you? Monday, May 29th. Chuck Pal Dave, in case you didn't recognize me. Back up on the job site. With something to actually show you and to report on. Good. So, look, there's a new wall. So, we were able to get the first little stub wall in today. We were hoping to get a little bit more done, but there seems to be a problem with the water situation, and obviously you can't make concrete without or mix concrete or whatever without water. So we've got like a storage tank. See that blue garbage can way down there? That's actually full of water. But I think the guys used it all up today, completing this task. Water should be back on tomorrow, though. I think there was an issue with the upper tank. So if you remember, our plan is we're going to make sure that we have a well, first of all, so we're not on city water. And then where you see that spigot coming out of the wall, we're going to put a 2,000-liter tank right there, just so that our property will always have backup. And that's actually just going to be for the 3 cabinas to start with, and we'll do another tank when we get around to doing the main house at some point. But the guys couldn't do as much as they wanted with the limited amount of water that they had. But this is all we were shooting for. I mean, we just want to have some support in there for the upper terrace, and it kind of creates a kind of a cool architectural division. Each one of the cabinas definitely has its own little layout. So that's basically the footprint right there of what the cabina is going to be. Of course, we're putting it in there round. So anyway, the other good piece of news in all of this is that the plans came back from the College of Architects and everything was approved, and we walked everything across the hall to the permitting department and paid the fees, and we're just waiting for our permits to be approved. But since the plans were done by the architect at the municipality, we're pretty sure that everything is going to be okay. So that's optimistic. So here in the next couple days, when we get the permit, we'll actually be able to start breaking ground. And then the first project is going to be trenching the foundation. So then we'll really start to get a feel for the size of each one of the cabinas. But we'll trench it out so that we can get ready to pour the foundation for each one. I didn't walk down here, down to the end. Oops, dropping shit, sorry. I didn't walk down to the end, but I don't think that anything else was done down here. Steph was mentioning something about it, though. I think he feels like, sorry, my professional filming. I'm trying to get my act together here and get everything I need in my hands. Switch hands, there we go. We've been starting to get some consistent rain, so we're able to see the behavior of the water. So you can see now, again, this is all fill dirt, but you can see how much of it just here has blown around. And then remember, this is drainage that will come off of the roof of each one of the cabinas. Remember, each one, you see those little squares up there, so those are drainages just for water, for rain. And then they come down here to these 2 collection points, and then out there, and then way down there. So this is all just dirt we dumped on top. It's not solidified or anything like that, or packed in. You know what I mean. This situation didn't quite work. I don't know what they were thinking. They wanted these to actually be drains. So it's like, well, if you put a lid on it, they don't drain very well. So we're actually replacing these lids with grates, some kind of metal mesh, some kind. So, yep, not much water left in there. God, man, it looks like they were scooping it out. That looks like a giant pain in the ass. Glad I didn't have to do that job. I wish we had a better system for them. Once we start to build up here for real, I'm going to try and be up here a little bit more. And if I can see little areas like that where we can improve things, speed up time and whatnot, I'll just take it upon myself to do it. So they haven't done anything more. Finger in the shot, sorry. My famous signature is my finger in the shot, I guess. Steph's worried about the drainage here, just going down further beyond where we've got that little wooden thing set up. And I get it. We need to chat about options for it. We'll get it secure. But it's not as bad as he was making it sound like. He made it sound like that when it rained that we had a bunch of erosion here, and it doesn't really look like it. Maybe I'm not looking at the right spot. Because there was another spot up here on the wall that I just walked by that I didn't even think to look down at, that he said they were dumping some of the concrete from the curb. Oh, look, I didn't even go look at the curb, the finished curb up there. We'll walk up there. We'll walk back up there. So up here by the highest terrace, there was an area where there had been an existing natural drainage. And maybe that's what he's concerned with. They backfilled it with what they demoed, this kind of stuff that they demoed out of redoing the curb up there, which looks lovely. Definitely have to go and take a peek at that. But it was here. I think I'd mentioned that I'd noticed this and I was a little annoyed about it in the last video, but it was deliberate. They had dumped a bunch of those rocks in there just to help kind of backfill this natural drainage area so it doesn't erode quite so quickly. And then they dumped hey, finger in the shot. There you go again. They just dumped that dirt on top of it. Okay. Thank goodness this isn't a film class, right? Nobody's judging me on my film aesthetics, my video aesthetics, because I'd be the first one to admit I suck. Thank goodness you guys are patient with my one-take videos. Okay, this looks freaking great. So, very nice. Looks way better than what was already there. Okay, so if you remember, this was where the second driveway was going to be, or was originally cut out. Remember, this was 2 lots that I bought, and this was the entrance to the upper lot. And I don't need a driveway entrance here. I don't want one. So, and it was cutting into the property. So we chopped it out of there. You saw that in the last video, but this looks great. And so this is where the electrical will come in. You see, can't see it, but there's a pole up there. It sounds like what we're going to need to do is bring the wire over to here and do a pole there. And then we'll just pop it across the street. We do have to go above ground, just like that guy's got up there. So it'll come here, and then we're going to have 2 different meters. We're going to have one for the cabinas and then one for the main house. And then for each cabina, I'm going to have internal meters too, just so we can kind of keep track of electricity usage and whatnot. So that's why those plastic tubes are there. Those are pipe chases basically for the electrical once it goes in. So this wall right here will be electrical, and then the actual exterior wall for the rest of the property will kind of pop out right there on that corner, pop out towards me, and then hug the curb the whole way, so we don't lose any space. So kind of incorporate everything together. Okay. So that's it. So I'm pleased with that. Some good progress today. Finished the first little stub wall. The curb is all done, and plans and everything are moving forward. So as soon as we get those plans, we're off and running. I think the crew of guys are just standing by, waiting for the go. So hopefully we can get it to them here soon. So. Can you hear that? Why, there's like these eagles back there that are just screeching, diving around and stuff. Oh, there goes one. They're like the size of hawks, like a red-tailed hawk. Oh, there's one. They're so cool. They're like the apex raptor in Costa Rica. Yeah, there are. There's like 3 of them up in that tree up there. That's so cool. Oh, one of them's pissed. That one's like dive bombing, so something's up. Somebody is not very happy. I wouldn't mess with one of them. Wonder what's going on. Anyway, that's the kind of drama that we get up here at the Lil Slice O' Heaven. I still haven't come up with a name of this property. It will certainly not be that. Anyway, thanks for listening to my ramblings for another day, guys. Take care.